Gabriel and Timber break silence after Arsenal injury blow versus Fulham as Mikel Arteta issues update. Gabriel and Timber limped off the pitch during Arsenal's clash against Fulham. Gabriel and Timber has broken his silence following Arsenal's 2-1 win over Fulham. The 23-year-old defender suffered a knee injury at the Emirates Stadium on Tuesday night, forcing Mikel Arteta to reshuffle his backline. Mikel Merino fired the Gunners ahead shortly before the break, finding the net with a deflected strike from inside the box. Bukayo Saka, who replaced Ethan Nwaneri in the second half, doubled Arsenal's lead with a quarter of an hour or so left on the clock. A few moments later, Timber appeared to be in discomfort and he hit the deck. The Netherlands international received on-field treatment from medical staff before limping off the pitch. He was replaced by Leandro Trossard. Merino moved back into midfield, with Thomas Partey shifting to right back. After the game, Saka marked the victory against Fulham with a celebratory post on Instagram. Timber joined thousands of supporters in the comments section to congratulate the Gunner star on his return. The Arsenal defender posted a closed padlock emoji, which could suggest that he thinks Saka should be locked in the starting lineup. Speaking to reporters after the game, Arteta confirmed that Timber had suffered a knee injury. Then, when quizzed on his side's injury problems, the Spaniard said, "The good thing is that it's been like this the whole season. You see Martinelli today, you say we're missing 3 months. You see Bukayo, 4 months. Gabriel Jesus, almost the whole season. How we have managed to be where we are with all those injuries. Ben White hasn't participated at all this season. It's what it is. We want it so much that we're going to give it a real go, and we are very excited for next week." Arteta added, "You can imagine, we've lost 4 players in the defensive line in 1 week. Ricardo Calafiori, Ben White, Jurian, and Gabi Magalhaes. We have still another 4 that are so willing that they will do their job." On the learning how to manage injuries, the Arsenal boss said, "You're scratching your head. I'm having the next few games the same. At the same time, it's been a great learning experience for us and all the coaches and staff to manage that situation. At the end, the players are going to react to how we react to it. You start to feel sorry for yourself and say, it's impossible how we're going to do this. It will be impossible. But these boys don't give you the reason to act like that, and look where we are in April." Arsenal only have a few days to prepare for their next clash. Everton will host the Gunners at Goodison Park on Saturday afternoon before they face Real Madrid in the Champions League on Tuesday night. Injury expert casts verdict on how long Arsenal's Gabriel will be out. Mikel Arteta just can't seem to catch a break at the moment, and an injury expert has now provided a verdict on how long Arsenal could be without Gabriel after his latest setback during the Gunners' 2-1 Premier League victory over Fulham on Tuesday night. The star defender, among the best in the world right now, was forced off after just 16 minutes because of what appeared to be a hamstring issue. Arsenal's treatment room is currently facing a revolving door situation. Just as Bukayo Saka was named in the squad for the first time since suffering a hamstring injury on December 21st, scoring a goal after coming off the bench, it appears Gabriel could now be facing a long period of time on the sidelines. It would see him join the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz on the injury list. This comes at a crucial stage of the season for Arteta's side who, after briefly shortening the gap between themselves and league leaders, Liverpool before the Reds take on Everton on Wednesday night, to 9 points, now have their eyes set on a Champions League quarterfinal encounter with holders Real Madrid next week. Gabriel was already down injured before the referee stopped play, and he was forced to defend a counterattack in the same phase, much to the anger of the home support, and could potentially have made his injury worse. The Brazil international seemed to have picked up the injury while sprinting back during a transitional defensive situation. If the analysis is accurate, the worst-case scenario for Gabriel would see him return to first-team action on May 13th. As it stands, this would leave William Saliba without his preferred defensive partner for both legs of Arsenal's Champions League quarterfinal against Real Madrid, as well as their potentially title-deciding clash with Liverpool, currently scheduled for May 10th. I find it too hard to be sympathetic in that case. Perhaps it's the other knee, perhaps it's not serious, but we've been there before with him and other players, and it feels like a bit like a lesson we haven't learned sufficiently well. Time will tell, but we could be going into a Champions League quarterfinal without both our right backs, Timber and White, and our first and second picks at left center half, Gabriel and Calafiori. And let's not forget we're also without Takahiro Tomiyasu. What have we done to deserve this level of ill fortune when it comes to injuries? On the night when Saka came back to restore some joy, it feels very much like the football gods giveth, and the football gods taketh away. The last 15 minutes of the game were wobbly. Fulham pushed to get something out of the game and missed a great chance when Muniz headed wide at the back post. They got one back very late. I don't think the defending was great to allow the run down the line, but I also think Kiwior should have done more. If you're being kind, you'd classify the Polish international as rusty, having not played a lot, but I don't think lack of playing time really explains the lack of defensive instincts he displays in odd moments in nearly every game he features. So, we can enjoy the 3 points, we can enjoy Saka's great moment and Martinelli's positive contribution, but for me this morning, the overriding emotion is one of worry as we prepare for Real Madrid. The Premier League still matters because every game matters really, but we all know where the slim possibility of success lies, and that's in Europe. It always felt to me like our best chance of going through would be predicated on our solidity at the back and the fine defensive platform we've had at our disposal, even when so much attacking talent has been absent. Now, though, we might be shorn of that, so we'll have to wait and see to what extent that is the case. Arsenal and a makeshift back four against Real Madrid in the Champions League is somewhere we've been before, but I think this time it would be more than a step too far, so keep everything crossed for some good news in the next few days. Right, I'll leave it there for morning. We'll got into this in greater detail in an Arscast a bit later on, so stand by for that. For now, have a good one.